Now back to Grecosize with Tony Greco on Team 1200. Here's Steve Warren.
Okay, welcome back to our program. In this segment, Tony, we want to talk a little bit about something coming up that's near and dear to your heart. It's an event to help out your foundation to fight childhood obesity. And tell us about the event that's just around the corner.
Yeah, well, it's happening June 18 at the Rideau golf course, and we're very excited as we are each and every year. There's a great team that puts a lot of effort into it, and people look forward to it. It's a fantastic tournament, so really looking forward to that. And the general manager there, Steve Ducat, is always giving 110%, and we're very, very happy to be having that tournament on a regular basis over there.
Looking forward to chatting with Steve in just a few moments' time, but tell us about where the money goes.
Well, the money goes to help children that are severely obese, to educate them through nutritionists that will go into your home and will educate the parents and just kind of cut all the bad crap out and really make you realize how important it is to be healthy. It also goes to constructing playgrounds. This year we've committed to two. One, Holy Spirit School in Canada. The other one is Ottawa Housing. We're going to be putting together this amazing play structure so that way these kids can work out as opposed to hang out. And I think the more active kids get, then obviously the more physical they become and the better they'll feel about themselves. But they have to start by having something to play with. So a really good cause. And again, I just want to thank the people in Ottawa for being so generous and realizing that this is becoming a huge issue. And I always say you need to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else.
Yeah, and if you're a golfer, it's a neat opportunity as well, a chance to play one of the great private courses in the city. And if I want to golf, how can I get signed up?
You could just go to the website, and or you could just call any one of our locations, and that way we'll get you in the foursome. We're looking for, obviously, sponsors and that sort of stuff. So it's very, very easy. Or you could just call the 825-LEAN-5326. But there's been a lot of people from the previous year that have already pre-registered, so I can say that time and space is very limited as well.
It's been a great partnership, I know, between you and with Rideau and the general manager over there, Steve Ducat. And Steve is joining us right now because he's not only a guy who helps you out a great deal with that tournament, but he's also a client. Good morning, Steve. How are you?
Morning, Steve. Morning, Tony. Thanks for having me on.
So let's talk about your story. Obviously, you're a busy guy with running the golf club. But tell us about where you were when you started this whole process with Tony, how you were feeling before it all began.
Well, it is a busy job, but I'm also got a busy home life, 2 young kids. So between home and work, there's not a lot of spare time. And it's easy to forget about taking care of yourself. And I realized, having spent some time with Tony because of the tournament, that I really wasn't doing a good job at it. And although I wasn't about to change my busyness level, either at home or at work, there was something I could do about changing how I was taking care of myself. And so Tony got me on a program. I go to the Manitic Grecos, work out 3 times a week, and I've been doing that for a little over 3 years now. And it's been great. The experience has been interesting. I've learned a lot along the way, and I continue to learn. After the first year of working out 3 times a week, my fitness was improving, but not to the level that I had expected. Mm-hmm. And so Tony sat me down and said, taught me about the 80-20 rule. It's 20% of what you do and 80% of what you eat.
Right.
And so between Tony and working with one of his partners, Dr. Joel, went through some tests and realized that although I was eating healthier, I thought I was eating things that my body had a sensitivity to.
Like what?
Dairy, wheat products, sugar for sure, salt. And as a result, it was affecting my digestive system and the way it was operating in a very negative way. And
is that when the pounds started to come off?
After 6 months. Well, they did throughout that 6 months. We decided we put together a meal plan, and I stuck to it. My objective was to stick to it 90% of the time. 100% is just impossible, but 90% of the time. I stuck to it for 6 months, really focused on the workouts 3 times a week. And as a result, I went from a 30% body fat down to 16 and change.
Wow.
And I didn't set a weight loss goal. I just knew that if I focused on the process, the results would take care of themselves. And I ended up losing 30 pounds.
Wow, that's fantastic. Steve Ducat, the general manager at Rideau Golf Club, joining us this morning. And one thing I know about golf, end of a nice day of golf, the fellas are going to the chicken wings. They're going to the pitcher of beer, and an empty glass will be dropped right in front of you. Has it been challenging for you, particularly, given the surroundings you're in, to stay on your meal plan?
Actually, it wasn't, because I set the objective, I stayed on it for 6 months, and I felt so good after that I realized, this is the way I need to continue to behave in terms of a meal plan, eating and drinking. Every time I did have something that perhaps wasn't on my meal plan, I could feel it within 24 hours. I knew that, it had an effect that I didn't like. You'd get sluggish, and you'd lose some energy level. So once you've been doing it for a while, the feedback is instantaneous. So it was easier to stay on it than I thought it would be.
Is it difficult to find the time to get the workouts in, as busy as you are?
I thought that was going to be a challenge too, because it's busy during the summer at the golf club, and there are times where I have to miss one, but only as a last resort. I realize that part of it is how Tony's team does the workouts. It's a very functional workout. So even if I'm short of time, I can go there for 35 minutes and have a really solid workout, because it's combining strength with cardio, with flexibility, with balance. And as long as you push through it, you can do it in a fairly short period of time and still have a very effective workout.
How difficult was it at the very beginning?
It was hard. I won't deny that. It was hard. But if you can get through it for the first 2 or 3 weeks, and Tony's trainers are great at helping you do that. They're very encouraging, they're very supportive, very personable, and that really makes a big difference in getting you through those first 2-3 weeks.
Have you tried any other gyms? Like, what is it that you really glom onto about Tony's place?
I have tried other gyms in the past. I find Tony's, the Greco lean and fit approach to be different than the rest. As I said, the functional workout really got my attention. I realized what the benefits of that were early on. But most importantly, I think it's the personality of the trainers. He and Paolo, whoever does the training, have done a great hiring, have done a great job, and they're all very knowledgeable, not in just physical fitness, but in nutrition and other aspects of well-being. And probably most importantly is their personalities. I worked with Justin in Manatic, and I've worked with Adam Bracken, a number of the guys, and they're all different, but they're all really personable, and that helps you get through the session really quickly.
Yeah, they're all very positive. They all have this real energy about them. Tony, let's talk a little bit about how Steve has done in the gym from your assessment of things.
Well, first of all, it's amazing to see those kind of results, and usually that is a sign of great discipline, commitment, understanding. And I know that sometimes we cross paths because Fridays I have a client that I actually train out of the Mantic location. So it was a lot, easier for me to go, wow, like that's amazing, because I haven't seen him in a week. And I saw those changes every week, and it was just incredible. And then some of my clients that have trained in Mantic, like, wow, does that guy ever look different? Looks healthy. So it's a sign of just accepting it, understanding it, which just from the tone of voice, that he's on that path. And that's part of the battle, is just believing that, I like what he said, that, he didn't care about the weight loss. He knew it was gradually going to come off. That's a big thing, because people always still look at that number. But if you see yourself living a healthier lifestyle and you're doing all the right things, your body's going to take you that way. He's able to accomplish that. He looks healthy. He's strong. I've seen the gains. I've talked to Justin as a trainer. He's showed me some of the strength, how he's kind of really gotten up to the next level. And that's a perfect guy that you could say, what our model's all about. Strengthen minds, lift spirits, and transform bodies. And he's able to accomplish all those three.
In the last 3-year window here where you've been working out, Steve, you've also become a new dad again. And a lot of overnights, we all know that deal. And
isn't that amazing, though?
Absolutely. But, the sleepless nights you end up with, did that further complicate things in terms of your energy level and getting to the gym?
Absolutely. I can't imagine where I'd be right now if I hadn't been doing what I've been doing. You know, frankly, with a young family, I'm averaging 4 or 5 hours sleep a night. And I know it's not enough, but I also know it's a phase. And thank goodness for, for my program, my, meal program and my workout program. Otherwise, I don't know where I'd be right now, but it wouldn't be in a good place. And now, at least during the day, I have more patience with my kids. I think I can be a better dad as a result of this. And at the end of the day, that's probably more important than anything else.
What would your suggestion or your advice be to guys? How old are you?
59.
59. Guys your age who might think that, it's a little late in the game for me to start working out. What would your advice be to guys like that?
It's never too late. We've been talking a lot, Tony and I are talking a bit about longevity. And, there's no guarantees in life, or there's no guarantees how long you're going to live. But the more you do, it's never too late to start, and it's never too late to make improvements. And, I would just go for it. And a big part of going for it is having a goal and talking to a guy like Tony or someone at Greco about setting a reasonable goal, one that's a bit of a stretch, but still that's going to be achievable so you don't get discouraged, and continue to update those goals as you go. And that's what's really helped me along.
Fantastic. When you talked about the initial workouts, that it was a little difficult at the beginning. How is it different now? Do you even go so far as saying you look forward to the workouts?
I do, because once you get on a roll, they become addictive. There's something inside you that, you feel bad or disappointed, or you crave it, having that workout. And even a 30-minute workout is going to do the trick. I only can go 3 times a week, but now I've started doing push-ups in the morning that I don't go. And, that's something that Tony's been suggesting for a long time as well. And I'm finding it really makes a difference. 30 push-ups in the morning, and you feel good.
Are you a better golfer now? Not to say you're bad before, you're way better than me.
Easy, Steve.
Well, no, I'm asking you, are you a better golfer now that you're fitter?
You know what? I don't know if I'm better or not, because I don't play as much as I used to. And, if you want to golf, don't work at a golf club.
Right.
But I know I enjoy my rounds more. I have a lot more energy for it. I'm more alert. I definitely feel it's helped my swing in terms of, there's less to get around in terms of a stomach, so that's good.
And I'm sure it's at the end of the day, too, you have a little more energy, too. You're probably wiped out in the past after a round of golf in the hot sun.
Yeah, absolutely. It really makes a big difference. And it doesn't really matter what sport you're playing. I think that type of fitness level makes a big difference.
When's the club opening?
We're open today.
Nice. The Rideau Golf Club is open. That's fantastic.
Spectacular condition.
Outstanding. It is the site of the Greco golf tournament this summer. And what's the date again, Tony?
It's June 18th, and now really looking forward. As you know, we have a lot of athletes, a few celebrities, which always makes it a fun event to golf with these kind of people and kind of have a lot of laughs and just raise money for the cause. So, and the food is outstanding. So each and every year, it's amazing how we get these compliments like, "Oh, this is pretty neat." I've never been to a golf tournament where like the food's been so great and it's healthy. Well, you just gotta kind of know the right people and obviously have the proper chef that understands that food is really, really important.
Well, and the GM's immersed in it now too, and you've tweaked the menu, right?
Yeah,
for the regular golfers.
We just updated our menu again this year, and we've got a brand new healthy lifestyle page. I haven't had a chance to show it to Tony yet, but I'm anxious for him to give us some feedback. We've been working with a local nutritionist who specializes in that, Kathy Smart, and she's been great to work with and done a great job for us. So we're really looking forward to that this year.
Right on. Well, congrats on your successes in the fitness department, and best of luck in the golf season ahead, Steve.
Thanks, guys.
Steve Ducat, he's the GM at Rideau Golf Club. We'll be back with more right after this.